We all go to Steve Rifkin house, and there was some weird vibes going on, that I didn't really pay attention to at first. And then when Diddy came, in the party, he tried to holler at Jill Marie Jones' girlfriend. And she was like, "Get out of here, Puffy, that's my girlfriend." And nigga like, "I'm trying to put her on." You know what I'm saying? And he was making his way around the deck of the party. Like, I didn't go inside the house. It's like when we came through the back on the deck. He had a back deck. And then you could go from the back deck, you could go in the house. I was on the back deck with Boogie, Queen Latifah's girl. And we was burning the L. And then Diddy came over with, the booty goons. And they was giving me the saliva look. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how the wolf looking at the steak? You know what I'm saying? And I'm ice grilling him back like, "Yo, nigga, right?" And then, then I realized, like, oh, this nigga is like hitting on me, like, and he's standing here and he got like 3 to 5 niggas standing there and they all staring at me. Like, they was looking so hard, nigga, I put my head down. Like,
you said, "This is too intense, bro."
I went and grabbed Hillary. I pulled her outside and she just thought that shit, she was tickled pink. She thought it was the funniest shit in the world. Like, "Yo, go get Kim. We out of here." I ain't even go back in. And she went and got Kim. We bounced and we left.
So he must have did that to a lot of dudes, man, and just assumed that all dudes just go for that, man, just in order to just go out and try people like that.
I would think it was my environment. It's the after party. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They probably are used to certain people coming to the exclusive party. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know where we was going. I just knew that he invited us over there, or invited Kim over there, not me, because I was with Kim. You know what I'm saying? And, we just went thinking it's another party. But I never went in the house, so I don't know what took place in the house. I'm not saying it was a freak off or not, you know what I'm saying? Because it was Steve Rifkin house. It wasn't Diddy.
For someone experiencing jail for the first time, the reality can be overwhelming and dangerous. Inmates fashion 6-inch knives out of whatever materials they can find, often from the steel walls of the facility. Violence is an everyday occurrence, with stabbings happening at least twice a week. Back in October, one inmate made headlines when he was charged in a murder-for-hire plot. Using a contraband cell phone, he allegedly orchestrated the killing of a 28-year-old woman outside a New York City nightclub. The chilling part, he did it all from behind bars.
Okay. But all the alleged participants was there. You know what I'm saying? All the alleged undercover home niggas and women were there. You know what I'm saying? So he felt at home to make that move.
Do you feel like Ja Rule was part of that? Do you personally know Ja Rule?
Yeah, I know Ja.
Do you feel like he on that type of time?
I never seen him do anything for me to say that he's on that type of time.
Okay, got you. Yeah, Ja Rule seemed cool, man. I had him on the show and all that, man. But when that news came out, I'm like, damn, bro. I hope the homie ain't switch sides on us or nothing.
Well, what news?
What's that?
What news are you referring to?
Well, basically, those claims that Gene Deal put out there, man, about them being in the room together.
Oh, come on, when Gene Deal was guarding the freak door.
Exactly.
And Ja cousin tried to come and go in, and he's like, "Nah, nigga, it's the freak door. You can't go in." You heard me say there's some real freaky shit going on there. But just because Ja, Diddy. Because I think they said Ja, Diddy, and 2 chicks was in the room. You know what I'm saying? So that they could have just been, I don't know what they could have been doing, but he didn't insinuate that Diddy and Ja was doing anything. He kind of made it seem like they was in there popping off with some chicks.
Okay.
So I'm not going to try to throw Ja in that mix. Now, if it was all niggas in there, then, You know what I'm saying? But for me,
that's a
I'm
different
gonna give
conversation.
God the benefit of the doubt
Right.
because he said it was. They asked him. I think he named who was in there, but I just can't remember. But I know it was like 2 women. It wasn't a bunch of dudes.
Like the part that's a lot of people are leaving out, that it was 2 women in there. It wasn't just them 2 in there,
Yeah.
doing strange things. You mentioned in one of your interviews that you feel like your career was kind of hindered because you didn't give in to zesty activities.
That's a fact.
Were you being pressured by like higher ups to kind of, do weird things, or why do you feel that way?
Even an anonymous Homeland Security agent involved in the raids on Diddy's mansions compared him to Jeffrey Epstein, calling him just as bad. This connection becomes even more alarming when considering Epstein's mysterious death in his jail cell in 2019. Though ruled a suicide, many believe he was silenced due to the powerful secrets he held. The same whispers now surround Diddy. Once a symbol of power and success, he's at the center of shocking allegations involving conspiracies, FBI investigations, and a crumbling public image. Even Freddie P., in a recent interview, admitted that Diddy's influence in the industry was unmatched and deeply troubling.
I'm a lawyer here in Houston. I'm licensed in Texas and in New York. As many of you know, our law firm has been at the forefront of some of the most important litigation in the United States. We like the tough cases. We thrive in the complicated cases. Conduct we will describe today occurred over more than 20 years. And we're going to follow this evidence wherever it takes us. We will find the silent accomplices. We will expose the enablers who enable this conduct behind closed doors. We will pursue this matter, no matter who the evidence implicates.
The entertainment industry is cooked. Can you imagine how many other famous people and big executives are probably involved in this?
These brave victims who have stepped forward deserve nothing less. The biggest secret in the entertainment industry that really wasn't a secret at all has finally been revealed. The wall of silence has now been broken and victims are coming forward. Our team has had at this point more than 3,285 individuals contact us, people claiming to have been victimized by Sean Combs. We now represent 120 individuals who intend to bring civil claims in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs.
So they said they vetted. That's what cut out right there, but they were vetted. 120 people.
Claims against many other individuals and entities that we will name as defendants as we file these individual cases. We also intend to make these individuals available to the authorities, specifically to the FBI. And you should also know a few of them have already been spoken to by the FBI. That being said, as stated, we are vetting every call that we receive. We have had to turn away some. For each, we ask for corroboration. For each, we ask for the identity of witnesses. We also have collected pictures, videos, texts. We check venues. We check dates. We want to corroborate that the claims being made have legitimacy and merit. We have on staff now a former detective from the Major Offenders Unit of Houston Police Department who is helping us vet each claim. We're using our common sense. We're being stringent because, as I said, these are not easy cases. They're very tough. The process is hard, and in some cases, the process is very lengthy. These cases are hard to prove. Many times, it's the victim's word against the alleged perpetrator. Each of these victims will no doubt be publicly attacked by the alleged perpetrators, and in some cases, the general public. The feckless and cowardly keyboard warriors love to attack. We know what we're up against.
Wait, is there anyone in support of Diddy? Is that a thing? Does Diddy actually have diehard fans that aren't like shitting on him right now? I've literally never seen a single one. Everyone's just like, yeah, this guy's psycho.
As I said, our law firms have been retained by 120 individuals at this point to pursue cases in civil court against Sean Diddy Combs. It is evenly divided between males and females. There are 60 males and 60 females who have joined us to pursue these claims as plaintiffs. In this group, 62% identify as African American, 30% are white, and the remainder Hispanic or Asian. The victims are from more than 25 states. The majority are from California, New York, Georgia, and Florida.
This guy's menace.
I want to focus on the ages of these victims. When we talk about the ages of the victims when the conduct occurred, it's shocking. Our youngest victim at the time of the occurrence was 9 years old.
Okay, I didn't know about that. I thought this, what? I swear in my life I did not know about that part. Oh no.
We have an individual who was 14 years old. We have one who was 15. 25 of the 120 individuals who are plaintiffs in these cases were minors at the time of the acts complained of.
This guy is a...
Fans believe Freddie P. hinted at a deeper conspiracy involving Diddy. Some speculate that his downfall is part of a larger power shift, with one fan noting Puffy was the bridge between hip-hop and Hollywood, the biggest gatekeeper. They're replacing him. Life behind bars hasn't been easy for Diddy either. During his first days, he was even placed on protection watch, further fueling speculation about threats to his safety and position.
The time frame of the acts complained of is very wide. The conduct at issue spans from the years 1991 all the way till this year, 2024. If you wonder why there are so many alleged victims, that's your answer. We're talking about more than 25 years of this type of conduct. Now, although most of the victims who have stepped forward were victimized after 2015, this has been going on for a very long time. When you think about the fact that some of this conduct occurred 25 years ago, and you wonder why would it take somebody so long to step forward, I want to remind you that many states in the United States have recognized that it's very difficult for a victim to step forward and to make these types of allegations when something very terrible has happened to them. The acts complained of in these cases that we're going to file occurred primarily in New York, either Manhattan or the Hamptons, or occurred in California, primarily in Los Angeles, or in Florida. Most of these events and incidents occurred at parties, typically after parties, album release parties, New Year's Eve parties, 4th of July parties, something they call a puppy party, all-white party, although several of these events occurred at auditions. Many times, especially young people wanting to break into the industry, were coerced into this type of conduct in the promise of being made a star, or in the promise of having Sean Combs listen to their tape, or even let them read for Sean Combs.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing the 9-year-old was promised a record deal and then by Diddy.
Some of this behavior occurred at well-known venues in New York City. Some of this behavior occurred at private residences of people that we all know. Some of this behavior occurred at hotels that we're all familiar with. You should know that more than 55% of the victims reported this conduct to either the authorities, that is the police, or to hospitals. We're in the process of collecting with our team assistants medical records who did in fact seek medical treatment, were drug tested. Drugs were found in their system, weird drugs that you probably never heard of. One in particular that continues to pop up is a drug called xylazine, or trank, which based on our research is known. There's been a lot of reports that we're filing a class action. This is not a class action. Class action is when one or two people file a case on behalf of a group of people. That's not this. These cases will be individual cases. Each case will live and die on its own merit. These cases will be filed individually, one plaintiff against whoever the defendants were involved in the case.
Holy shit.
That I may start naming names. Well, that day will come, but it won't be today. The day will come when we will name names other than Sean Combs, and there's a lot of names. It's a long list already.
Bro, you know there's famous people out there that are shaking in their boots that did shit with Diddy. They're probably in jail.
So I already know who some of these individuals are, but because of the nature of this case, we're going to make damn sure that we're right before we do that. But the names that we're going to name, assuming that our investigators confirm and corroborate what we've been told, are names that will shock you. These are individual cases. There are indeed other perpetrators involved. They will be revealed when that particular individual case is ready to be filed. They already know who they are. And I'm talking here about not just the cowardly but complicit bystanders. That is, those people that we know watched this behavior occur and did nothing. And I'm talking about the people that participated, encouraged it, egged it on. I call them the facilitators of foul play, willing participants in vile conduct. As we identify them, each will be part of this case as defendants. These defendants will not only include individuals, but will also include corporate entities who ultimately profited off of this culture and behavior. I'm looking at banks, pharmaceutical companies, hotels. We know that many of these individuals were paid cash. We know many of these individuals involved, whether they were the ones being served, witnessing other people being accused and then paid and threatened and told to leave.
Diddy's attorney, Mark Agnifilo, says his initial protection watch was standard for high-profile inmates, adding that Diddy was focused and confident. However, he's struggling with prison life, proposing a $50 million bail package with strict conditions, including 24/7 monitoring, home detention, and no internet or phone access.
Well, no. My friend had to do a number 2, and she was on stage. And he wouldn't let her be relieved, and so she ended up doing it on stage in front of everybody, and it was a wet one. And it went everywhere. It was so nasty, and Denzel was disgusted. He grabbed his wife and was like, "You don't respect nobody," and ran up out of there.
Did you see people react like that a lot, or were most people going with the flow?
It was so much going on. The people that noticed reacted, but it was just so much going on. If you weren't right there in that vicinity, you didn't even know. It was too much going on. But yeah, everybody, and everybody was just walking around zombied out. Like after a certain time, when you would make the announcement, if you don't, the regular party's over, if you don't want to participate in what goes on after. It's just interesting. I just want to bring up Justin Bieber for a second. Shout out to Justin Bieber, man. I'm a Justin Bieber fan. I want to work with him. Man, I have such empathy for you. You are a strong person, Justin. Shout out to you in your heart. You sing when I hear the pain. Now when I listen to your music, I hear the pain in your voice, Justin. All you wanted to do was sing. Your mother caught you playing your guitar, singing, and thought, let me help my son out. Let me focus on what God, let me nurture this talent. And she thought she was doing the right thing by taking that video to Scooter Braun. And I'm sure Scooter Braun probably thought he was doing the right thing taking to Usher. But Usher, why you do him like that? You need to get slapped or something, Usher. You knew what Diddy was going to do to him. What'd you get by taking him over there? And then you had the nerve, he signed to you. So you've been making money off of him after you get him abused like that? You owe him all his money back. Are you Diddy number 2, 3, 4, Usher? Running around here. I mean, this is ridiculous, y'all. Hey, I'm on a live, y'all. Stop calling me when I'm on a live. That's disrespectful. I'm on live. Stop calling me.
Jaguar Wright is watching. She's in the chat.
Hi, Jaguar. I love you. Oh, I love if I can work with her. She sings so good. When she, hey, tell Fox to stop calling me. Jaguar Wright is on the. Tell him to keep calling.
Purple Rain.
Tell him to stop. He keep calling. He called 5 times. I don't even know what did. Man, he gonna make me talk mess. Tell him to stop. That's ridiculous. Hey, Jaguar.
Jamie Foxx shocked audiences by seemingly accusing Diddy of trying to poison him during a Netflix special taping. While some thought he was joking, others believed he was serious. The confusion sparked debate, but Diddy's team swiftly dismissed the claims as baseless.
Allegedly, Mr. Combs made the victim.
This is like actually fucking baffling. I thought it was just 100 more allegations. I didn't know that minors were involved in this. This is blowing my mind right now.
An individual 15 years old at the time, flown to New York City to attend a party, was drugged, and then taken into a private room, allegedly in the presence of Mr. Combs, where this female individual minor was, and then other individuals took turns. Another individual, 26 at the time of the occurrence, was picked up allegedly by Mr. Combs and several other people in a black SUV from the airport, was given 1 drink in the SUV, and then literally woke up the next day not knowing what had happened, but with pain.
I don't even know. I'm speechless.
She then went to the hospital. She was missing her underwear and her shoes. Another instance, an individual, this time not a minor, attended a group dinner, allegedly with Sean Combs in Miami. She wasn't drinking because she was, but whatever she drank at the table, apparently, at least according to her, was laced with something. She blacked out, and she woke up in the same bed, again allegedly, with Mr. Combs in his mansion in Miami. Her hands were torn and sore. And I could go on. I mean, literally, you're sensing a theme here. It's the same theme, and it all involves some sort of drug. Individual who was 20 years old at the time was asked to attend, just saw her on the street, asked to attend a party in a hotel. She was flattered, went to the party, was given 1 drink and doesn't remember anything else. Ultimately, went to the hospital where they found her blood system.
I mean, this guy's. If all of this is true and evidence, and he said they got pictures, they got everything, they got a bunch of evidence, this guy's actually the devil, like straight up. This is some of the most disturbing shit you could possibly do to another human being, especially a child. That caught me so off guard. Love you guys. Hit subscribe. Peace out. Child. That caught me so off guard. Love you guys.
Diddy's paranoia escalated in prison, with reports saying he refused meals, drank only bottled water, and stayed vigilant, telling fellow inmates, "They're trying to get me." His erratic behavior raised questions. Was it guilt manifesting as fear, or was there something more sinister behind it?
Yeah, man. And they be,
you know what the lavender marriage is, right?
Is it kind of like a beard where a woman kind of fronts like a, yeah.
And vice versa. Like allegedly, I believe when I first saw Gabrielle Union, right? Allegedly, I believe she was a lesbian. Because I seen her in clubs hanging out with people, and she was with women, right? So when I see her with Dwayne Wade later, I always thought she was gay or lesbian. You know what I'm saying? Because I've seen her with women, like hanging out and doing things like that's straight women wouldn't be doing to each other. You know what I'm saying? Damn. So there's a lot of people in the entertainment industry, and then when you look at Dwayne Wade, right? Don't he look real feminine? And what man's gonna be sitting there cool with his son becoming a girl?
Exactly.
You have to be like really in tuned with some shit to be sitting there being cool with your little boy wanting to make that type of decision at that age. You can't make that decision in my house at that age. Nigga, you better wait till you about 21, or you can get out and you can make that decision. But you're not living under my roof. To each his own, man. But thank God Trump won, because now we back to 2 genders again.
Now, yeah, bro, I definitely been discriminated against in the social media space, man. Like, because I'm not gay, and usually it seems like a lot of those blogs, like the Shade Room and a bunch of others I don't even want to name, man. Like, you know, if you're not a gay blogger, they don't really want to repost your videos or any of that, bro.
No,
You know
they all. If you're the Breakfast Club, they will.
Talk enough about that right there. People don't even know that.
And it is a real thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a real thing. You know what I'm saying? I went through it at BET. I went throughout the industry, man. You know what I'm saying? Niggas will really press you.
The internet exploded with theories and debates as social media buzzed with memes and speculation. Some saw Diddy as a victim of a conspiracy, while others believed his past actions had finally caught up with him. Hashtags like #Jamie Foxx poisoning trended for days, intensifying the drama.
Got it on me. I showed up just to watch. A friend of mine, he was the location manager, and he was like, hey, man, you can come down. Denzel's working in LA. You can come down and see Denzel work. I was like, I would love to. I was doing my little acting thing, you know, but it was like, whatever. And the director, Antoine Fuqua, came over and said, hey, man, you want to be in this movie? And I was like, what? Yeah. And he said, come back every night and I'll put you in different places. So I came back on that night and there was Denzel's big scene. He says, I want you standing right there. Let me tell you, my mother freaked out. She was like, oh my God, you're in this movie. But let me tell you, Rich, if that was all I ever did in my career, I would have been super happy.
What was it like, though, to watch him deliver those?
He dislikes Diddy. He see Diddy as foul and just horrific. And Diddy's sons are speaking out against this as well. So before I show you this video of the arrest warrants for all these celebrities and politicians, I'm going to play the clip of Ray J and Meek Mills, okay? So make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe here at the Messy Sweet Spot. I just want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for the like and the support. So let's keep the support going, okay? All right, so let's start here. Check this out.
About artists paying victims to keep their name out of it.
Do you know people who have had demands put upon them where they have paid off to keep this quiet?
Here's what I do know. People do catch and kills all day. And a catch and kill, I don't know if, of course you know, but for the regular world, somebody has the truth, somebody pays you to keep it quiet, and hopefully that money that you got paid secures your happiness while you watch the lie continue to succeed.
Well, I want to just make sure I understand you. What you're saying is what? That you know people who have been approached by women, men, whatever, who have said, give me money and I won't talk?
Here's the other way around that, Harvey. I'll give you money, please don't talk.
You are a well-connected guy. Do you know that what you've just described, is that going on now?
Yes. They want to talk to me. They want to talk to me about what happened to them. They call me. They feel like they can trust me.
Wait a minute. Calling you for what? Calling you for what?
Because they want to tell me about certain things that happened with them and Diddy.
Ray, I want to make sure I understand this. Are these high-profile people calling you because they've had some affiliation with Diddy that they don't want to come out and they think you might be the vessel for it coming out? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Amid the chaos, Jamie Foxx has stayed silent on the poisoning allegations since the Netflix taping, leaving fans to decipher his cryptic words. Some believe he's remaining quiet to let the justice system handle things, while others think he's just over the drama.
And I don't even know why I just said it, but I said it, so what? Now they gotta be mad. Come get me.
Were they specific about what they did with Diddy?
I don't want to say. I think I said too much. Hearing about artists paying.
We have more.
Oh, so what's up? Yeah, y'all already know. Real life shit,
nigga,
yeah.
no Diddy gang, Meek Mill in real life. Don't ever disrespect me, you
Talk
heard?
that shit, Meek. Yeah, Meek. Oh, Sal, what's up,
Yeah, y'all
Meek
already know.
All right, so let's get to the big meal of this video of the warrants. But you just seen there Ray J and Meek Mills, which was Diddy's allies a couple of months ago. They are flipping the script because they know warrants are being put out there for those of you that do not cooperate. So this is getting serious. I mean, we heard the video footage of Meek Mills. I mean, you just go search for it and you can see it. Meek Mills and Diddy and what Diddy did to Meek Mills. And I don't blame Meek Mills from distancing himself from Diddy because he put sugar boogers in Meek Mills' drink. He essayed Meek Mills. He video recorded Meek Mills. And he is traumatized. I mean, wow. All right, so let's go here and listen to the warrants.
A lot of people attended these parties. A lot of people saw this activity going on. A lot of people allowed it to go on, didn't intervene.
Hollywood's glamorous facade is unraveling, and at the heart of this scandal is none other than music titan Sean Diddy Combs. Once celebrated as an icon of success, Diddy now faces shocking allegations that have cast him and a network of famous friends into a blazing spotlight. This isn't just about one man's mistakes, it's a scandal of massive proportions that's starting to reach some of Hollywood's most powerful players. Just moments ago, breaking news sent shockwaves through the industry.
A lot of people attended these parties. A lot of people saw this activity going on.
Arrest warrants have been issued for several high-profile celebrities connected to Diddy, each with their own secrets that could soon be exposed. Will Diddy's empire survive these devastating revelations, or are we about to witness the downfall of Hollywood elites who have long been shielded by their fame and fortune, hinting at even darker truths lurking beneath the glitz and glamour? As we dive into the explosive accusations, hidden connections, and looming legal battles, one thing is clear: Hollywood may never be the same. As the trial looms, attorney Tony Buzbee emerges as a central figure in this unfolding saga. Known for his fearlessness and persistence, Buzbee is determined to expose not only Diddy's alleged actions, but the powerful institutions that may have protected him for years.
You know, people are doing any and everything to be relevant, even at the expense of others' reputations and livelihoods. And that's just not fair. You can really damage someone financially. You can even drive them to suicide, because the world is an evil place now. So I feel like if you do something like that, I feel like harsh consequences should take place. I really believe that.
Lab, let me get your thoughts on that, because I know we've even had conversations when you've been in studio where, you know, people are on your social media saying things and, you know, they see one thing and they run with it. What are your thoughts? Do you think there needs to be a real penalty for people that spread misinformation?
100%, especially when you say and spread things that potentially could damage people's brand. Because the thing about the internet is, once it's out there, it's out there. And there's no way of pulling it back now. You know, back in the days, a newspaper could retract the story and you never saw or heard that story again. But once somebody posts something on the internet, y'all know, like we know, people screenshot it, other people repost it. And so it will live on forever. And then, like some Steve said, like the mental piece of it. Justin Bieber had a whole mental breakdown. About how the industry was treating him and all this stuff right here.
Amid the confusion, conflicting eyewitness accounts surfaced. One audience member claimed Fox said, "If Diddy was responsible, I'd be dead." This raised eyebrows. Was Fox changing his story, or was it just a case of miscommunication?
Can you imagine if these tapes truly exist, and a tape exists of him getting sexually assaulted is put out in public, what that could do to him mentally? These people don't see it, and that's the problem. These people don't care about none of that. They just want clout. Want to post it. They just want to get the clicks and the views, and they don't care about the fallout and the ramifications for this. So I think, hell yeah, there should be stiff penalties. Like if this tape is released, and they can prove who released this tape, they need to go to jail. If and Justin Bieber does something to himself, I think they need to go to jail for that.
Held accountable. You know, and I want to add this too, Symphony. I also found out that when they found, I think Smart Ass University shirt was found as well. I just wanted to put that out there.
You know what?
But it was a chick wearing the smart ass university shirt, so we okay with that. She was doing a little Winnie the Pooh type action, so we good.
Lab, let me ask you this, because Lab, like I said, we've had those conversations in studio where, and what I really love and appreciate, like you always do your research. Every time we talk about a topic, you're like, hey, that's cool, that's an opinion, that's something that you heard from another celebrity or another source, but it's not credit, and you're always going to find that source. I think information like this can be so detrimental to our community, right? Because you have older people. I have people in my family, they see something on Facebook and they run with it. You know, they take it as like, oh, this is.
Diddy's reputation is crumbling under the weight of scandal after scandal. Once untouchable, his brand is now under fire. Lawyer Tony Busby, representing over 120 individuals accusing Diddy of serious charges, has raised concerns that Diddy's high-profile friends are distancing themselves by removing posts from their social media.